You're listening to The Nerd Report.
Hello and welcome back to the Nerd Report. This is our Nerd Report podcast, the premier place for Bajan nerds to talk about all the nerd culture. I am your host, Josue, the Rubik's Cube and the Cuban Missile Crisis. Though due to our current political environment, I may have to retire that name for some time. I am Lord Nerd of House Nerd, King of the Andalites, and the first meme. I am Superman's top lip, Amelie Phantom X, and welcome to our show. Today, we have Superman's top lip.
That was pretty good.
Monster mouth. Alongside me, we have our co-host, as always, Davney Ellis.
Yo, that's me. Panthro's second son, next mechanic on Thundera, and I'm just still leading the resistance in Atlantis because we want that guy out. Arthur doing nothing for us anymore. Get him out. So what's up, man? What's up?
Along with us, we have Mr. Mark Gibson. You know him as the Bridgeland Scribe.
Whoa. Every time I come on this show, I keep forgetting to get myself a series of very, very cool non-diplumes, yeah?
You know what AK is for you?
No.
AKs today. How about Khalil? Did you bring some AKs with you?
No, I didn't know that we were supposed to be doing this today.
Come on, you know how we do.
Yeah. No, Khalil, Barbados' oldest millennial.
Yup. That works.
Oldest millennial.
Barbados' oldest
I
millennial.
think that actually should be a comic book title.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Well, we have a very stacked show for you today. Of course, the Avengers Infinity War trailer came out. We're going to talk about that. We are going to catch up on some reviews for your favorite superhero movies of November, Thor Ragnarok and Justice League. Which one did it better? What were just your thoughts on it? We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Crisis on Earth X. This is our CW11 superhero crossover. It's been season 4. Most of our shows are on season 4, and it's been a long-standing tradition that these shows are going to do these full episode crossovers, and they've really been the event to look for. So we're going to look at what the latest one, Crisis on Earth X, what that was like, our thoughts on it. But before we get on to that, let's look at a few of our nerd news. I recently it was on Friday, I think, I got that notification that we got Brendan Thwaites, yeah, I butchered that name. Brendan Thwaites is, there you go again. Well, he's going to be Dick Grayson in the new Titan series. Yeah. I think it's a digital animated series.
Is it live action series?
It's a live action.
Is it live action?
Yeah.
Was it digital streaming?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
a
okay.
streaming
Right.
service, but it's, yeah.
So he's Brendan Thwaites. I don't know much about this actor. I mean, you heard of him before?
He
Seen him
was
anywhere
in
else?
the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
He was?
Oh. Yeah.
Who was he?
If you remember the trailer, he is the young guy that was in the jail cell in the ship.
He
Right.
was actually Will Turner's son.
Yeah, okay.
Will Turner's son. Oh, there you go. All right. Well, here he's Batman's son. And speaking of Batman, we also got notice of a new Batman anime, and it is called Batman Ninja, and it's a really sick trailer. Now, I haven't been a big fan of like anime renditions of Western superheroes, but this one looks really amazing. It's set in like feudal era Japan, and you've got Batman pretty much. Like I have some friends who say that Batman is basically a ninja, so I like that. Yeah, this is the literal Batman, the ninja. We also have like my favorite show on any platform, Black Mirror, is going to be making its debut. We don't know when, but we know that it's going to be before the end of 2017. And they released a few trailers teasing their upcoming episodes. I have steered clear of the trailers because I like seeing Black Mirror like just blank. I don't want to know what's going on. I don't want to have the twist spoiled.
I think by now, for me, anyway, I don't have a problem diving into it that way anymore because you already expect a certain level of catharsis in watching these episodes, and it makes you think, it pushes your emotional buttons, and it doesn't always make you feel good. Like a lot of what they do is simply just set you up to feel bad, and the curiosity was there. I saw trailers for Black Mirror before I even watched the show and knew what it was about, and before it really took off. So it didn't affect me watching the show. But if you want to be able to protect yourself from doing that, don't watch them trailers.
Yeah.
A lot of people obviously are going to probably be watching Black Mirror this season because it won the
My bad.
it won the Emmy Award for its episode from season 3.
San Junipero, a lovely episode,
right,
yeah.
which is my favorite episode from that season.
Few episodes that makes you feel good.
Yeah, it's like one of the most positive
yes.
kind of episodes. And so that's garnered a lot more kind of focus. So I think season 4, a lot of people are going to be kind of setting in. And I noticed that a lot of people have been kind of watching season 3 now with that kind of push from the Emmys, right? So just to go back to Brendan Thwaites as Dick Grayson, the costume looked pretty cool, I thought.
It did.
Like, but his hair looks wrong.
Yeah,
He's like brown and really long.
His
He
his
looks-
head looked weird.
Yeah. And I wondered if they had like put like doctored the image or
Yeah.
put like, you know.
It does
It
look.
does
It
look
does
a
look
little bit
doctored.
odd.
Yeah.
This series is going to be on DC's streaming service.
All access.
Right.
Yeah.
So originally it was supposed to be on TNT, and then they kind of said that they were going to put it on their own streaming service. I don't think people. Same thing with Disney's supposed upcoming 2018 streaming service. I don't think people want to sign up for
more
8
than
different
one,
streaming
exactly.
services.
Yeah. I don't.
bound to happen.
Yeah, I know everybody wants to have their kind of own
Cash cow.
Yeah, own cash cow. But
Pirates,
when you've already
start your
signed up for
engines.
Amazon and Hulu and
And
Netflix,
Netflix,
do I want to? I mean, how many people are actually watching Star Trek Discovery on CBS's?
Yeah, I see it on
streaming,
Netflix.
You know, like
Yeah.
you watch it on Netflix,
Yeah.
you'll wait.
Be aware of the fact that CBS has an enormous market share in America.
Right.
That there are shows that have been on CBS forever because there's an entire market of people who just go back to CBS to watch shows.
Yeah, but
they haven't like Disney. They have a large amount of money to throw behind things like this. So
Right.
they attempted to do a streaming service before, and it didn't fully take off. So now they're rebranding and marketing their streaming service now as All Access because they had this streaming service from around like maybe a couple of years after Netflix really became a full digital streaming service.
Right, and people want to kind of use the fact people have kind of cut the cord on cable to kind of,
Correct.
type of thing. But CISO was NBC's streaming service, and they had a whole bunch of original content on that, and they just shuttered it because people weren't signing up.
Because it's difficult to find people who are going to spend that extra cash.
Right,
as you said.
exactly.
That's the
so
thing, yeah.
despite the fact that there's a lot of people who watch CBS on their cable, I don't know if they're going to follow it to a streaming
Correct.
service.
Yeah.
I would just wait till Titans is available on Netflix.
The one thing about
I've seen a lot of people who are saying, "Yeah, I'm going to watch Discovery. I'm enjoying Discovery, but I've only signed up to access for Discovery." So while
that free trial. Yeah.
so while the CBS chief is saying, "Yeah, we can getting big numbers," and I can see that,
Yeah.
is a case where people are literally just there for this one show. You know, so
Right. Well, one show that I'm gonna be on. Well, I'm sticking to Netflix. But one show that I'm sticking to Netflix for is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So this is Sabrina. You know Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She had like a sitcom played by Melissa Joan Hart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a very
like
successful.
used to love that. Like, I learned English watching that show.
Yeah, man.
But,
I love Salem.
Did you
on that
really?
show.
I did. Like when it first came, I barely knew English. So I used to just watch the shows and repeat what they said, and that was one of the shows I always used to like. So like when there was like a comic book, because like the Archie series are
I just
getting
like
that
the idea that
resurgence.
you learned English from an animatronic cat.
Yeah, it's like Salem. But like I'm a big Sabrina fan, so I've been reading the comic book that this is that they're gonna use as a base for this. It's called The Chilling Adventures of
Yeah.
Sabrina,
I'm reading
and
that
it's
too.
part of the Archie horror series.
I had started and I never got past
It
first
is
book.
very
It is
creepy
really
and
my
dark.
Very creepy.
Yeah.
favorite issue, my favorite book like coming out so far, and this is scheduled to come out on the CW, where they also have Riverdale. But I'm really glad that I'm taking this to Netflix, and it's already got a 2-season order.
I'm not. I would
Really?
want.
I want this on
I needed
Netflix.
this on CW for one
Nah,
specific
nah.
reason and one specific reason. alone.
Crossover.
What is that?
You know what I wanted it
Crossover?
for.
Oh, the Undead
A
Life of
crossover would
Archie.
be
I needed that.
a crossover. I was kind of hoping that season 2
Undead
Riverdale
Archie.
would bring like that supernatural edge.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it's on Netflix because I'm glad it's gonna get to be its own contained thing, and it's gonna get to do like more than what you could do obviously on a cable show.
Quick question: do you guys think that Archie as a character and as a franchise gets enough credit for what it does?
What
I don't-
is
I
I
it?
wonder. Well, I can't say if they do, but I do feel like Archie has always been that thing where,
Been kind of a gateway for people. To
yeah,
get
there's
into
been a
comics.
great gateway for people getting in comics, but it's also been a franchise that you can adapt to pretty much any concept.
Yeah.
You can do it for like a mystery, a thriller, a horror, like just a teen drama.
Which you're seeing on Riverdale,
Correct.
right?
And before they even got to this stage of what they were doing, there were tons of times that they were doing this with like our Archie Weird Science and like Archie 3000.
Right, yeah.
And
Archie
then-
meets the Punisher.
But they were also incarnations of those characters, like
Right.
like characters like Dilton. Dilton ended up having his own series as well that was totally about science and science fiction, and they were able to create unique areas like the same Sabrina. Sabrina had her own books, like Chuck had her own books, and they tried so many different things with those series that they were very innovative, and they had a large market share to do that. And as you said, it's a gateway, so a lot of people were able to get into comic books and have that simple interaction with comic books through that series.
Well, I'm glad to see this show. Like Josue, I'm reading the series as well, and it is very dark and creepy and well written. So
And
I'm looking forward to
artistically,
seeing it.
like, amazing. Yeah, it's
And
really,
there's an audience for it now, right? Because
Yeah.
like with Stranger Things and a lot of other shows with horror elements, you see that people kind of want those kind of
And
things.
we also have Stranger Things that it just got their season 3 order. Duh. I mean, after that like mega hit of a season 2, like it had more. I think it had more like views than The Walking Dead had in their last season, which was like a juggernaut. So like Stranger Things, you know, they're ruling the world, and they're gonna get another chance in season 3. We also got a Superfly remake.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
There's a Superfly remake in the works from Sony. Just always remember that Sony is always out there trying to steal somebody's money. I mean, trying to make more money.
And they're very committed to giving you a lot of shit you don't want to see.
Yeah, like I mean, I remember after the hack when everybody found out how much Adam Sandler movies they actually had on deck to make. It was very scary because it was like, you guys clearly don't care about your audience at all. You just want to make trash films and get a
Make
tax
money,
break.
yeah.
So there's a Superfly remake in the works. For those people who don't know Superfly, some people credit Superfly and Shaft as the first black superheroes because of how African American culture received them, and because for them the idea of a man running around in tights flying off in the sky seemed way out of range, but a guy with a really, really awesome car who beat up white people and like
and able to like go
Yeah.
beyond authority.
and was stepping beyond authority and could kill a cop and never get arrested was
He's
to
a
them
superhero.
That's a superhero. So you know there is one in the mix in the make right now, and I think they're actually looking for the same writer that did Watchmen, when that Watchmen that was adapted for the original film. So
David Goyer?
I think so.
Oh,
I
please
believe
go.
it is Goyer.
I mean,
No. They're actually Alex C. Alex C. is penning the script.
Okay.
Yeah. So my fear with this right now is the timing. It's like you couldn't look for a worse character to bring out at a time when people are not going to be easily open to seeing a character like Ron O'Neal's Superfly. Like,
so this is a comedy, right?
boy, I don't know. I just know that I don't know if people want to see a pimp like smacking people around and driving a hot car, wearing furs, and
Well, that sounds like the Grandmaster in Thor.
Yeah.
Sounds like the
It does.
Grandmaster Thor.
But it's going to be interesting to see what happens when they push forward with it. But it's Sony, so I expect a weird marketing push when it does come out.
Well, there's your nerd news for today, and we're going to go on to our sweet, juicy topics. So first off, we're going to talk about a movie that I had been anticipating for most of 2016. I believe like Khalil was here in that show.
Yeah, I was gonna
We
say.
spoke that trailer. You haven't been able to see.
So
the movie
when
yet.
I was here last, thank you for having me back, by the way.
Anytime.
It was episode 3, I think, and you discussed
Episode 2.
Episode 2, and you discussed the trailer
Right.
then and how much you were looking forward to this movie.
I was very much excited to see this. It felt like it was going to see Thor done right. And for some time, like Thor has been that Avenger that hasn't had the best movies. And I've always been telling people, the movies aren't great, but the books are better.
Yeah.
the books are better.
And
But
everybody's like,
but now like it feels like we finally have a Thor movie that actually like
you
stands
don't have
up to
to
the book.
apologize for.
Yeah.
You don't have to apologize for it. It feels like you're still kind of like apologizing for it. We're gonna talk about a little bit about what Thor did right, a little bit of the reactions to it as well. So Thor, if you did not know, created by Mr. Jack Kirby, Larry